Hey folks, yet another video where I'm going to talk about Europe, well, in passing. I've got a couple of not boxes, one's a box and one's a parcel to unwrap. This one, I have no idea where it's come from, who it's from, where it is, what it is. It says warehouse in West Meadows, and on the other side, I can't show you the front because it's got my address. On the other side it says Ingram Return Centre, Fort Wayne. Why am I getting a parcel from Fort Wayne in the US? I have no idea. It feels like a book, and if it is Ingram Spark, then it probably is a book. But why I've got this, I truly have no idea. I am expecting another parcel, another book from Bionic, but it hasn't arrived, and that was not far enough down. So I'm just sort of asking them questions, because maybe there's something wrong at their end. Especially as I didn't receive my survey from the last one. So anyway, by the time you see this, I will know what's happening with Bionic, because they will have told me that whether they are well, whether they are not well, whether the business is doing well. I was actually enjoying the Bionic subscriptions. After all that, I haven't gone far enough down. And these scissors are annoying me. And that craft knife is not helping. Let me try this side. So this was waiting when we got back from Europe. I love neighbours. Really lovely neighbours. They picked this up for us. Have I gone down far enough? No, I have not. What happens if I just do this? Aha! There is something in there. I will show you. See? It's a book. Hell to Pay, it says. Did I say yes to a book that I've forgotten about? There's nothing else in there. Sherrilyn, Kenyon, Hell to Pay. Banished from hell, Lucifer's son wants back in. Actually, that sounds familiar. When the devil's son gets kicked out of hell, all hell breaks loose on earth. Well, I've got no idea. I have, my brain is going ping, ping, ping. I can't read that small writing. Anyway, it's white on black, so I can't read it. Ooh. Ooh, look. It's got flames going up the print. Look, can I see what I'm doing here? There. Flames going up. All the way through. It's the same flame all the way through. Oh well. It would have been interesting to have had different flames, but... And there it's easier to see. There we go. Just trying to angle it right so you can see it. It does, now that I look at it, yeah, just vague. I'll have to go back through my emails and see if I said yes to something that I just don't remember. Because if I've then got to, once I've scribbled words about it, if I've got to then go back to them and say, hey, this is what I wrote, it would be a useful thing to be able to do that. Now, I'm just going to open this other parcel, which came in a couple of days ago. Again, it's another Tansy Rayner Roberts. and that's because I back her on Patreon and I get whatever she sends me, which is a random active post, which I love the idea of a random active post. I'm wishing I'd thought of it. There's tape there. And there's tape there. And does that mean I can now open it? Yes, it does. So we have packing. Let me just put this down so I don't go and jab myself. That would be really awkward, wouldn't it? Okay, so I've got a book. No, I've got two books. It feels like two books. I've got Fancy Surprise and a random active post. Here we go. See? Random active post. And it's got this lovely sticker on the back. So let me see what's in here. That's empty. Okay, so I've got Lovelace. And this is a character that came... Oh, it was in Time of the Cat. Okay. And the artist is Tallulah Cunningham. That's 3 years old, that piece of artwork. And then there's Circe, which I can't read that, too small. I need new eyes. Bailey Finch in 2024. And then there's this. See, I love all these artworks. Gardner and Hathaway from Tomb of Brass by Tansy, Rayner Roberts. Digital sketch by Natalia Borick. Okay, nice. Ooh. Ooh. Stickers for a map on the teacup aisles. Oh, I did like one of her teacup books. So now this little thing which says something Fancy Surprise. I cannot read that. Oh look. Oh look, it's handmade paper. Oh. It's a book made out of handmade paper. Oh. This is brilliant. Here we go. It's a takeoff on the Odyssey, the Embassy, and it's gorgeous. And it's got a happy ending. No, there's a question mark at that, and all the people are lying down there, look like they're dead. So maybe it's not a happy ending. But look, see, handmade paper. Oh, it's only a few pages. Anyway, that's all you see, because I don't know if it's copyright. Anyway, mine. Put it back in the envelope. And now, oh, look at the trouble she goes to. See, the paper says Teacup Magic. So what have I got here? I've got Tomb of Brass and Sorcerers and Sorcery. Now, I have this feeling I saw this one, possibly both of them, on the table at the dealer's table at Null's Anxieties. And I didn't buy them because I could not remember for the life of me what books I owned by Tansy. Oh yes, this is good. Okay, that's this one. A charming collection of cozy fantasy short stories in the Teacup Magic series, including a map. Hang on. That'll go with that. Timeline and a heap of author's notes prettily written on flying paper birds. Where are the flying paper birds? I can't see them. Oh, but look at this. Isn't that lovely? And they're footnotes. I will be reading this. I've no idea where the author's notes are, especially the flying paper birds. I didn't get those. And this says, cozy fantasy with vintage vibes and mutual pining by the author of Tea and Sympathetic Magic. Ooh. Ooh, that's a nice hat. How to Steal a Tomb, Rayner. The nice hat. I'm sure I will enjoy these. So, that's 3 books by Tansy in 2 packages. That was, no? Okay. I'm not lying. One of them is in the last video, the last unboxing video, and 2 are in this one. So let me just find, can I see it here? Yes, I still have it here because I'm doing 2 videos back to back because I'm lazy. That one. Curse of Bronze, which I also remember seeing on the table at Nullus Anxietus. And as I said, I looked at them and I said to myself, I don't know what I've got. So I didn't buy them. And as it turns out, I don't have to, because the level I'm on of Patreon, the amount of money I give her every month adds up to all these books. And all these other pretty things, and just general backing of her to make certain she's able to do the writing and all the other stuff she needs to publish her books, so that she's able to continue. Because writing books takes time. I've been writing mine for 11 years. There's a good chance it'll get published early next year, but not sure until we set a launch date. When we set a launch date, then I'll know. And Tansy, she's a machine. Oh, this is signed. This one is 2025. That's Tomb of Brass. Sorcerers and Sorcery is also signed. Is 2021 through to, gee, that's small, through to 2026. And Curse of Bronze, again signed, because she hand signs them. I've got your DNA, Tansy. I know, because you signed them. And this one again is 2020. The cover design 2026. See, I love these cover designs. Aren't they absolutely gorgeous? Just feast on those for a moment. And then the backs, equally gorgeous. Okay. This one is just elegant. You've got all these pretty things in the corners which you can't see because it's shining. But anyway. So that's 4 books over 2 unboxing videos to add to my to be read pile. I have no regard for my to be read pile because I bought 5 books at Oz Comic Con last weekend, and oh no, there's a little bit of space up there. Not much, just a little, because when we went to Europe, I didn't take any physical books. I took all the books on my phone. I was about to reach into my pocket, pull out my phone. Great, except I'm videoing on my phone. Habits die hard. So I didn't take any physical books, so I didn't clear anything off my to-be-read pile in the 4 weeks we were there. And I could have done that. I probably could have done 4 to 7 books, depending on how things went. Instead, I just borrowed books from the library and read them on my phone. Not quite as satisfying. I do prefer something I can hold in my hand. Ooh, I've just noticed the spines of these books. Have a look at that. And that. And then that's something different. That's a butterfly, flower, or something. It's really small. And of course, something I notice now, just as I'm about to sign off, that one, which came before Nullus Anxietis, and after Nullus Anxietis, before we left for Europe, and I haven't had time to open it, it says 1, and that one, which came after we got back, says 2. So that'll be good. I might actually try and read them in the right order for a change. I do that occasionally. So that's all I have to say. Thank you very much for joining me with my unboxing. I now have now caught up with all my boxes, so I'll be able to move on to something entirely different, possibly books. I've only got a pile of books to talk about. I might be a bit picky as to which ones I talk about, just because unless I go to doing videos more frequently, I think that would be more sensible, but also more time consuming. But having said that, it's a lot faster to do a video. A 20-minute video would take me a good hour to type up. Let's ignore the fact that I'm probably going to write it up for my blog anyway, although I say things differently when I'm talking out loud to when I'm writing on the computer. Things are very differently. I don't go all over the place. Well, I do, but I put the paragraphs in the right order. Whereas here, I just sort of open my mouth and talk rubbish. Talk words that sometimes don't make sense, and then I have to stop and think, hang on, what did I just say? On that note, thank you for hanging out with me. I'll see you in another video. Bye.